Okay, biology, chapter 11, reptiles, birds, and mammals. This chapter has a lot of information. What you need to remember with all of the animal, or all the organisms, I guess, chapters, is we are doing a broad overview of that um, phylum, class, order, whatever we're talking about. It's a broad overview, a survey of sorts. We are not going in depth. Obviously, there's so much we could learn about each of the animals and the types of animals under them. It's a broad overview. So I did post the note sheets that I made. There's not even blanks because I didn't feel like going and making blanks. But also, there are probably things as you read you will want to add to your notes. These are not the prettiest notes I've ever made you. So there might be things you want to add to your notes as you read. Okay, so starting with reptiles. There are 4 orders of reptiles to specifically talk about. Crocodilia, that would be crocodiles, alligators, caimans, and gharials. I don't know what a gharial is. I should have looked that up, but I didn't. Alligators, crocodiles, you've seen those. You've even seen caimans. If you've been to the zoo, the Kingdoms of the Night, there is a caiman right towards the end of that. The second one is Spinodontia, which is the Turataz. And we'll talk about each of these individually in a few minutes. Number 3 is Squamata, which is the lizards and snakes, my least favorite. And 4 is Testudines, which is turtle, tortoises, and terrapins. Okay, characteristics of reptiles. They're vertebrates. They have a vertebral column. Okay. They have 4 legs, except for the snakes. They have waterproof skin with either scales or scuts. So scales are keratin structures produced by the epidermis that overlap. Scuts are bone-like structures that do not overlap and lie on the surface of the skin. So vertebrates, 4 legs, waterproof skin with either scales or scuts. They have lungs. They are ectothermic, so they get their energy. Their body temperature is regulated by their environment, not by their internal. They molt, which means they lose their skin and grow new skin as they grow. They are mostly oviparous, meaning that they lay eggs. They have amniotic eggs. So when you think of an amniotic egg, you can think similar to a bird egg that you would eat. But their shell has a leathery texture, unlike a traditional, like a chicken egg. On page 323, there is a drawing of the egg. It does have in here dissecting an egg. I don't know that we will do that just because we will run out of time with other dissection animals. But it talks about the chorion, which is the outer membrane of the egg that's involved with gas exchange with the environment. The amnion, which is the inner membrane that contains the fluid. So you've probably heard the word amniotic before. So for people, they'll talk about amniotic fluid, an amniotic sac. That is, so an amniotic sac is the sac that encloses a baby inside of a mom. The amniotic fluid is the fluid that surrounds the baby. And so they could actually, with an ultrasound, measure the amount of fluid that a mom has in her. If you hear somebody say somebody's water's broke, that's the amniotic fluid in a baby, from the baby, not in a baby, that surrounds the baby. It's the cushion that surrounds, and so they have that also in reptilian eggs. And it provides protection for them just like it does for a human baby. And the allantois is the membrane of the egg that stores waste and facilitates respiration. So the specific orders, we have order Crocodilia. They spend most of their time in the water. They lay eggs on land. They have a muscular body with scuts, eyes and nostrils on top of their head, and a 4-chambered heart. Temperature of where the eggs are laid determines if they're male or female. Okay, hold on. Never mind.